Welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay. Guys, back again. Welcome back, guys. Back again. I'm your host, Matthew Winter. On We Talk. I'm here with, he's a guy who's been on the podcast quite a few times. It's been a while since we've actually done a podcast together as a main podcast, I believe. Almost a month. It's been a while. But more. It's Kaz Ghost. You're my co-host for today. You're my editor as well.
Yes.
You've actually, just so you know, a bit of an announcement here. Kaz has actually upgraded from behind the scenes editor to main channel editor. Now, if you guys want to give him a round of applause in the comments, or if you're just listening at home, just give him, give a little clap. He'd appreciate that. How's it feel? How's it feel to be, you got more, a bit more responsibility. No more pay than usual. Like the pay before was 0. The pay now is also going to be, 0. How's it feel?
Good.
Good. No,
I haven't edited it. I haven't edited anything yet, so I'm not sure how it's going to go.
We haven't shot anything yet because we're fucking... Look, it's life's changed a bit, Lockdown, quarantine, Gladys, all that.
I'll be careful not to say anything. You never know.
No, you never know.
Yeah, we should probably avoid certain words.
A conspiracy. The vaccine doesn't work. Doesn't work. I'm actually going to get the vaccine very soon, actually, because I want to protect myself. It'll be good. Actually, before we do...
On the 1st, actually.
I'm getting it on a few weeks later. Oh, you have to book it so far in advance because everybody wants to get this vaccine and be healthy and, hopefully life can return to normal as usual. I'm getting the Walla Walla. That's what the guy in the alley called it. I don't actually know what it is. What? It's the Walla Walla. This Aboriginal guy in the car park said, "I'll give you the Walla Walla vaccine," and it's like $500. It's pretty good.
What kind of bit are you doing?
It's the Walla Walla vaccine. It's a good bit. I think it's a good bit. Actually, before we do continue on, I actually have something very serious to actually talk about.
God.
As you know, there's a lot been going on in Afghanistan with the Taliban, and I just want to give a message to the Taliban. What you guys have been doing, it's not cool. It's really not cool what you guys have been doing. I think it's you guys need to stop what you're doing. Have you actually thought about that? There's consequences for your actions. I don't think you have.
When will they learn?
When will they learn? That's exactly right. When will the fucking Taliban learn? Look, if your mother saw you doing this, what do you think she would say? She'd be in the corner shaking her head going, shouldn't have joined the Taliban, mate. That's what your mum would be saying. Do you not care about your mum? Do you not care about your mum, Taliban members? I just want you guys to rethink what you've been doing. So that's my message to the Taliban, sponsored by Ennui. And hopefully that they make a change. Do you think they will? I don't think they will. I don't think they'll listen to me. I'm just a guy with a podcast. But if this stops other people from joining the Taliban, then I think I've done something in this world. Do you know what I mean? I've made an impact, stopping people joining the Taliban. What do you think, Kaz?
Yes, very, very.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Look, one thing that's actually probably more important than the Taliban in Afghanistan is, have you heard the big news today about your favourite website?
What the fuck is my favourite website?
Kaz, you don't have to lie. We all know what your favourite website is. OnlyFans, your favourite website.
Twitch.tv.
No, not Twitch.tv. Look, I know there's boobies on there too, but it's OnlyFans. Have you heard actually what's happening with OnlyFans? Not at all?
No, just Googling right now.
Should I spoil it before you get to your Google page? I think I might.
No way. Did you automatically go to someone's page?
No, I've got a link here. I've got a link.
It's just all right, cool.
Look, I've got the news.
Australian OnlyFans star react to website's explicit content ban. Wait, what?
That's it. So what's happening is OnlyFans is actually banning sexually explicit content.
That's bull. Is that just for Australia, or is that for
that's worldwide.
The whole worldwide.
Worldwide. So I've got an article.
Contestant turned OnlyFans star Ines Basic
It's crazy.
reveals staggering. Wait, that
They make a lot of money.
that Innis bitch was on OnlyFans.
Yeah, the chick from what's it called, Married at First Sight. Yeah, of course. Some of them go from reality TV shows to radio and like Australian TV, and then a bunch of them just go to OnlyFans because they can't actually make a real living as an entertainer. But I've got an article from TubeFilter up here, and from what I can see...
What the fuck was the point? Okay, I'm sorry. What the fuck was the point of OnlyFans in the first place?
Well, it was much like a Patreon. It was just a place where people could sell their content.
So it's basically like a exclusive Instagram sort of thing.
Oh, well, it's not necessarily Instagram. It was content in general. Like people would share videos and stuff like that. A lot of people actually back in the day did move from Patreon to OnlyFans because of a lot of people don't agree with some of the things that Patreon does, and like you can't seem to post Patreon right now. They only allow lewd photos and stuff like that, but a lot of that stuff, and that's essentially what OnlyFans is doing, and it's for a similar reason that Patreon did it. They struggle to find investors, and I did say here that they're struggling to find investors willing to buy in at $1 billion valuation. Do you think OnlyFans is worth $1 billion?
Yeah, well, actually, $1 billion.
$1 billion. That is $100 million.
Not yet.
No.
Probably not yet. Like maybe in 5 or 10 years, maybe. But like maybe
$1 billion
not $1 billion now. Not yet.
It's crazy because that is a lot of money.
Yes.
And now one big thing is they're still letting people post some nudes, tasteful nudes that make sense.
Artistic,
lewd, I would say.
Artistic lewds.
In a way. Like what Jessica Negri, who was a famous cosplayer, did it for many, many years, boobies out, ass out, whatever, dressing as, I don't know, Ash Ketchup. Ash Ketchup? I don't think that's his name. But, posting those sort of like lewd photos for years and years, and people never saw her as in they followed her obviously for her boobs and ass, but they weren't necessarily pornographic in nature whatsoever. But OnlyFans did turn into that. You know what I mean? Like people post shirtless photos and ass pics that are very, very, very much so leaning on the leaning on that edge. Like absolutely. But the other thing with OnlyFans I will say is a lot of people, you can get nude pictures of girls anywhere, but it was the interaction aspect of it. Because as far as I know, there is a messaging system, and
this video is going to get age restricted so fast.
Hey, look, it is. Look, but hey, do you think we're going to get ads anyway?
Okay, yeah.
Fuck no. Fuck no. But that's the thing, is that I don't think that there's a really big difference between that and Patreon whatsoever. Maybe
now,
the messaging aspect.
This is actually a pretty big thing when you think about it, though. It's going to...
But the thing is, and here's another thing. There was actually earlier this week, OnlyFans announced that they're bringing out a new app called OFTV, OnlyFans TV. And the app was, it was a video streaming app. And so what it was there was specific creators on OnlyFans.
Suitable for work app.
Exactly. It was suitable for work. So there was, there'd be content that was OnlyFans produced and also produced by certain creators that was a safe for work site. That's what it was. It was safe for work. And I thought they'd just keep going with that. But now they're banning sexually explicit content all over the website. And I feel like that's what they were known for. Do you know what I mean? That's what the site is for. I think that my prediction is that a year from now, OnlyFans is going to be completely irrelevant. Absolutely.
Kind of like Tumblr. Like when Tumblr did that porn ban.
Absolutely. Who uses Tumblr now? And I know that the thing is pornography was a big part of Tumblr. But before that, it was obviously, teenage girls, younger people, the younger generation, posting photos and quotes and blah, blah, blah. But then they had left because, other websites did it better and other websites were more relevant. The thing is, the only thing that OnlyFans is relevant for is pornography. Nobody is going to OnlyFans to subscribe to a creator for their photos and all that sort of stuff.
Criticized or critiqued, like, oh no, don't bother following this person on OnlyFans. It's only lewd.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, if it's not full on porn, then it's no one's gonna follow you.
But that's the other thing. If they're not posting, exactly $5. People pay so much money. Like Trisha Paytas, for example, has a Patreon, and people pay. Actually, no, that's a better example than Trisha Paytas. What's it? The girl from the Vlog Squad, Karina Kampf, I believe her name is.
I don't fucking know who the fuck
blonde
is the
girl.
Vlog Squad.
Vlog Squad, David Dobrik.
Ah.
Yeah, there's a blonde girl from there, Karina Kampf. Karina is her name. That's how it's correctly pronounced. But Karina has OnlyFans. In the first month, she made $1 million. And if that doesn't tell you how sad people are to pay that much money for naked photos.
Didn't the same thing happen with Bella Thorne?
Oh, absolutely.
Bella
Same thing
Thorne
happened
made
with
like $1 million.
Same thing happened with Bad Babies. As soon as she turned 18, they put up content.
And now, nobody gives a shit about her.
No, fuck no. Exactly right. But the other thing...
Like a 1 week sort of like, oh, she's 18 now. And now it's like fucking no one...
It's nothing, because there's nothing special about that. The one thing that I do know that OnlyFans made it different to other websites, but it's not the nature of the website itself. It's just how people started to use it. Was, you wouldn't get personalized messages, but you can get in text or in video, them talking directly to you as a fan. Yeah. And they won't say, hey fans, blah, blah, blah. It'd be more like, oh, hey there. Like, do you know what I mean? Like talking directly to the subscriber themselves. Yeah. And that's quite unique. And I think that using that, that is very much inspired by something that you and I know something very much about, point of view pornography, where it's the girl talking to the camera or the guy holding the camera, but they're talking to the viewer themselves. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you want me to touch you there? Do you want to suck you off like that or whatever? I'm getting very explicit. I know this is going to get age restricted. but that's right. Are you
done with this?
But it's very, very important. That point of view thing is basically what OnlyFans creators started to do. And that's the difference between that, just a regular subscription service, and OnlyFans, is that the people who are subscribing felt like they were getting talked to directly. On Patreon, people don't do that. They don't they might go, hey guys, what's going on? Here's an update about this. Right. But they're not necessarily talking to the viewer as if they were the only person watching. And I think that very, very much makes a difference. But that doesn't mean you can't start doing that on other platforms. It's just that people on OnlyFans did it first. And because they did it first, that's why they're the big company. Absolutely.
I'm more curious about how it's going to change culturally, because OnlyFans has become pretty much a meme, such a cultural sort of joke and thing.
And it's only been around for 5 years too. It has not been around that long whatsoever.
Oh, are you going to make an OnlyFans or or the whole OnlyFans account sort of meme thing? It's going to be interesting how it's going to change.
And then that's the thing I see on TikTok all the time. It's girls just saying, oh, people made fun of me for working at McDonald's for, minimum wage, and now I get, I made $3,000 in 48 hours. Or you're in the top 0.06% of creators, and the creators themselves latch onto that. I can post a picture of me in my underwear or have my tits out or, doing whatever and make money. And I don't think people understand that doesn't last forever. If I was one of those people, I'd make my money and get out and put it into another venture. And many of them might be, but many of them...
Isn't it a lot of them, it's a one-time payment almost sort of thing where they sub for 1 month. And then after that, they just take off subscriptions drop-offs in OnlyFans is quite...
Oh, quite high, of course.
Quite high.
And that's why it's not about, it's talking in a marketing sense. It's very, very hard to retain subscribers on OnlyFans. It's more about bringing new people in who subscribe one time, you know, catch them at the right time, getting to pay $15 for a one-time payment.
Yeah.
And it's not really a one-time payment, it is a subscription, but then they're like, oh, fuck, what am I doing? Spending $15 on OnlyFans. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Like some people do OnlyFans very, very well. And if you want to be an adult entertainer in that sense, that is fine. But I think some people come in and go, this is going to be easy and I'm going to make my bank and I'm going to keep making bank forever. And I can quit my part-time job, quit my my minimum wage job. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Like you may make, like sure you end up making like 20k or 50k in one day. Like, you know those things where they're like, I've seen it on TikTok like a few times where somebody's like, oh, I made 25k in one day on OnlyFans. And it's like, well, once that 25k runs out, like how much money are you left with each month? Like
exactly
from the people that have actually stayed.
Same thing with and you can compare that to people on YouTube. They might have one viral video, make a fuckload of money. Yeah. And then just spend it all.
Fuck yeah, like YouTube inconsistency when it comes to like money is insane. Because I know somebody that actually did like professionally like make money on YouTube. And like it would be like 1 month they'd make like $8,000 and then like the next month they'd make like, you know, 1,000 and then like the next month it'd be like $500 and it's just, then it goes back up and yeah.
So the way I've always thought about YouTube in the Ennui business plan, it was always going to be just extra money. Yeah. It was going to be, you know, hopefully we can make a bit of money. Obviously make it ad friendly enough to make money. This episode is the thing is you can still talk about this sort of stuff and get monetized. I think it's just the language. John Swan, friend of the show, told me specifically that he actually had a guide and it was and he told me specifically that if you swear in the first 3-4 minutes,
is it like I thought it was 30
actually
seconds.
It might be the only one it might be the first 30 seconds, 60 seconds. I can't remember the exact details.
30-second rule.
But that's 30-second rule. But that's the thing, like, you know, the bots might not pick it up. Yeah. But if I completely keep saying like, you know, shit, piss, fuck, whatever, it's going to pick it up and probably demonetize it.
Oh, have you heard the new thing that's been getting demonetized and video strikes?
No.
Is 9/11 footage.
Really?
Yeah, like whenever somebody uses like 9/11 footage in almost any context, it gets them like demonetized or striked for encouraging like terrorism or like encouraging hate crime.
That's dumb. That's dumb as fuck.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
A few YouTubers that have been caught out that like made an edgy joke about like 9/11 and then like it's not until like 5 years later, until like now, out of the blue, that they get taken down and yeah.
Stupid, I think. Actually, speaking of 9/11, earlier today on my TikTok, there was just a video of an angle of 9/11. And I don't know why the For You page recommended me that.
Oh God, the For You page is fucking weird.
Oh, it is, and it always has been.
That's half the reason why I ended up deleting it.
It is a very good app, but I think it's also a very shitty app. A lot of the best, there are so many great creators on there.
Also the China thing, the whole like China thing was happening. Oh, yeah. So I was like, oh, well, but I think I might get it back maybe. I don't know.
I'm so dipping in and out. But I'm also, like there's so many great things on there. Like I always see some really funny like memes and stuff like that. One thing that I've actually been obsessed with on TikTok recently is food on TikTok. But specifically people, the way they store their food. Like there's like you know, middle-aged mums. Yeah, it's like middle-aged mums and like, you know, like bring in, for example, you know, getting your calciums and then bring in the ones at the back to the front and then put them behind and there'll be a clip of like, you know, the Smith's chips, for example, and they'll push the ones at the back to the front and all that. And then, yeah, it's orgasmic. You can just watch over and over again. It's so satisfying to watch organisation. Actually, that's one thing I've done. I've actually, when I moved in, got some stuff from IKEA, and you know, if you open up my drawers up the top, there's 4 little boxes, and you know, my underwear's in one, and then my socks, my short ankle ones, and then my long ankle ones, And then my toys are in the last one.
How specific are you getting with this organisation?
Oh,
my
you
left
know.
socks go in this drawer and my right socks go in that drawer.
No, like you put them in pairs, like, you know, so it goes like good undies, bad undies, short ankle socks, long ankle socks, and then vibrating toys and non-vibrating toys. You know, you've got to section it off. I'm thinking I might do it by colours at one point with the toys. We'll see how we go. There's a lot of good stuff. Did you know that I've been starting to make some TikToks?
No, because I don't have TikTok.
I thought I might have sent you some, but I mustn't have.
No.
There's something really.
Oh wait, yeah, you have. I think you have.
Yeah,
but I think you're posting them as reels on Instagram.
I haven't yet, but I'm thinking about doing it.
Well, that's the thing though. With like every single thing is having reels now. Like everything is doing the TikTok thing, and it's like Jesus Christ.
YouTube
has it. Like YouTube has YouTube Shorts.
And there's some channels that post exclusively YouTube Shorts and they're making a fuckload of money. Yeah. It's ridiculous. The thing with Instagram Reels is, I read an article about, you know, what should you post? Should you post a story? Should you make a post or a reel? Like which one is going to get the most traffic organically?
Yeah, that's
reels.
What I've been thinking about because like, oh, do I post this as a reel or do I post this as a Instagram TV or like?
Oh, that's the thing. Yeah, like absolutely reels. 100%.
Except, yeah, I'm thinking of posting some reels. But what was it? It was YouTube does it automatically though. Like if it's in the right aspect ratio. And if it's under a minute, then it automatically does it as shorts.
It does. And I think as well, if you put it as shorts, like hashtag shorts in the description, it'll rank it as a short as well, which is very interesting. It'll be interesting to see how much that actually takes off. I think short content does have a place. Yeah. And I think that YouTube Shorts is going to be the place for short content. It's going to be vertical like that. Yeah.
Well, I think if it's like it does it automatically, like you can still just Google like YouTube search the video and still, you know, if it still shows up as a regular video, but if it does both, like it shows on both sides of YouTube, like as a short and as a normal video, then I think that's fine. I think
and it does.
Reels do that as well though. They will actually show up.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like that's right.
So I think that's fine.
It'll be interesting to see how all of it does take off. But TikTok is still, I think, it's going to be the major one.
Because a lot of people just re-upload their TikToks as shorts or as...
Yeah. Which is not too bad. Like, I think it's, you know, you've got to get your stuff out everywhere. Have I told you about the TikToks that I've made? They're very funny. I made one and it's the TikTok trend is... Fuck, I feel like a boomer explaining this. The TikTok trend is from the movie Little Rascals, and it's when Alfalfa goes, "Let me make a toast to the girl I love most in the whole world." And the girl goes, "Please don't say my name. Please don't name my name." And he goes, "Darla." And the trend is people like do that and then post photos and videos of the girlfriend. For me, I did it. I mouthed the words, and then I posted a picture of the new South Wales Premier, Gladys. It was pretty good. And then at the end, it was like me, like a little bit of a jack off at the table, you know, because I'm sexually attracted to Gladys. I did another one, which was very similar, but it was for Beans from Even Stevens. Do you remember Beans?
I think so.
Yeah, he's very attractive. Don't just type in Beans, please. Type in Beans, Even Stevens, because you just get cans of beans. That's not.
Yeah.
I'm not sexually attracted to cans of beans.
Yeah, I've seen fake photos of the actor. Yeah.
There's another one. It's a good trend. Fuck, I can't believe I'm saying this as a 25-year-old male, but the trend is posing as something. The biggest one on the side is because you can rank with the sounds on TikTok. You can rank them by the most viewed. And like the most viewed one is posing as people I would like to rail or kiss or something like that. So that's very different, railing and kissing. But it was like the guy would do a dance and then pose as this girl, and then he did a dance and then posed as James Charles, and then he did a dance and posed as the baby from The Incredibles. It's like, haha, he wants to kiss all of these people. So mine was, I did a little dance and I posed as Addison Rae. Then a little dance and I posed as Dixie D'Amelio. And then I did a little dance, and I posed as. Have you seen Little Russian Baby? Hasbulla,
What?
little chubby looking guy.
No.
Really, Hasbulla? He's a little chubby Russian guy, little kid. He's a kid. He's 18, but he's a dwarf. He's got like
Hasbulla.
Hasbulla. It's spelled like it sounds. It's spelled like it sounds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've seen. Wait, he's 8. Oh. I actually didn't know that.
No, you think he's a child. He's not. He's legal. And I think the caption was, posing as people I would let tickle my pickle. I thought it was quite funny. Do you think people care about me just explaining TikToks, or do you think they'd just like rather watch the TikTok?
Like, oh my god, what the fuck is...
I made some good ones. I made one the other day, and it was a stitch. So a stitch, for those who don't use TikTok, it's when there's a video and then you use part of the video and then you have your own video at the end. So I stitched a video and it was a girl like, oh, I love my pasta like I love my boys, something, something, and Italian, haha. And then I responded with, I like my women like I like my pizza, hot and deliverable to my house. Just good joke. Yeah, I think we used that in the video many years ago. Marty's mailbag when I played that character, which we will never mention ever again. Yeah, it was a good joke. I think I'm a funny guy. I make some good comedy jokes.
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss. Name one joke that you think missed that I've made.
Probably the Joan Rivers joke.
I think it's a great joke. Okay, so the joke is my grandma's name is actually, for real, Joan Rivers. There's a comedian who died called Joan Rivers, and she made jokes about the Holocaust one time, and people didn't find that very funny. And my joke was, Joan, I can't remember what the fucking joke was now. It was something like, people think you, maybe people didn't like you because I can't remember what it was. People didn't like you because of the Holocaust. But you were just being you, something like that. Something shit like that. But hey, we got there. Next topic. Look, what's wrong with my Holocaust joke? I think it's a quality joke. I think you can joke about anything. Most of the time. Actually, there was I watched a video by Neil Kolhatkar, who actually, if you're watching this, Neil, I'm going to make this a clip. One time you came into my local McDonald's and I tweeted you and said, hey, was that you?
Guy.
Was that you, Neil Kolhatkar? And you said, yeah, that was me. And I said, yeah, it's always nice seeing D-list celebrities in my local McDonald's. And then you thought it was hilarious. You followed me on Instagram for a bit. and then you didn't.
Rip.
Come on the podcast, Neil, please. I need some good guests. Everyone just keeps backing out. Apparently we're not brand friendly. Anyway, I watched a video by Neil Kolhatkar. It was actually how I found it. Screen Australia, they fund every year. They fund Australia creators to make content, blah, blah, blah. He did a series where it was about pushing the boundaries of jokes. And the first episode was he got a bunch of different people. Like it was an old white guy with a beard, an older woman. There was a gay couple. There was a young couple. There was a Muslim guy, blah, blah, blah. And the episode for that one was comedians making jokes about Muslims. And some of them were very offensive, but it was interesting to see how people reacted. How people reacted and sort of who actually took offense. And the Muslim guy sort of took offense, but you understand they were jokes and they were sort of funny jokes. But the gay guys, they didn't laugh whatsoever. And they're like, yeah, it just wasn't funny. It just wasn't funny. I don't want to be somebody who tells people what funny is, but I just didn't find it funny. And I'd just like people to sort of think about, stereotypes and stuff like that. And it's not shut the fuck up, but more, people have different senses of humor. You should say that I don't find this funny, not that it's not funny, because there's a lot of things that I don't personally find funny that other people might find funny. For example, Family Guy. Family Guy, after the first 6 seasons, not funny to me. Not funny overall. There's probably some examples of stuff that is not funny, period, that's on the internet as comedy. But I think in this case, People are allowed to make jokes about risque things. I think one thing Filthy Frank, of course.
Yes.
In Filthy Frank's YouTube description, he talked about he makes fun of everybody. Whites, blacks, Asians, gay people, straight people, doesn't matter. Everybody should be able to be made fun of, whether it's the stereotype. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, it is because they are stereotypes. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I thought it was just very, very interesting. I think people should be able to make jokes about anything. And, you might not find something funny, but other people can. But as long as it's funny as well, I think you can tell what is a clear joke and you can tell what is just like harassment and just digging at certain, ethnicities, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
All of these jokes were actually crafted jokes. Do you know what I mean? By comedians. I think you've got to give them some credit there. Do you know what I mean? There's a difference between like a credible comedian like Neil Kolhatkar and fucking Bob down the road who, goes to the pub every afternoon. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait, is he a credible comedian?
Neil Kolhatkar, yeah, I would say so for Australia. Isn't,
like, his whole joke is like bogan Australian sort of.
Oh yeah, that was his big thing back in the day. I remember on Facebook he'd post like
he would make like these compilations of like Australians in like X amount of minutes, like every type of Australian, and he'd be like, people from Melbourne, and he like pretended to like snort coke.
That was quite funny. I thought it was quite funny. Yeah, you know what? I think we might end up this episode here talking about Neil Kolhatkar. Hopefully he comes on the podcast. Shout out. You probably should subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel for the podcast, Ennui Radio. You should probably subscribe to the main channel as well, which you'd probably find in the description somewhere, youtube.com/EnnuiTV1. Actually, do you want an exclusive announcement? This is how I'm going to end the episode.
Okay.
We might, and this is crazy because I've been trying for years, be able to get youtube.com/EnnuiTV without the one.
Without the one.
Without the one. So now you don't have to explain to people, the Ennui TV was taken, so to put a one at the end. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
You do not seem excited whatsoever, you piece of shit.
How'd you get it?
Oh, okay.
Did you end up messaging them?
I've been messaging them I messaged them 5 years ago. I messaged them 3 years ago. I messaged them about a year ago, 6 months ago, and they've gotten back to me and said they would get back. They've gotten back to me saying they'll get back to me, and now they've actually gotten back to me properly, and it seems like we're going to be able to come to an agreement.
Yeah, the thing is that if you type in Ennui TV, you're the first channel that comes up anyway. Because
I'm the better channel. But YouTube links matter to me. They're a French band anyway, and they get more views than us, yes. But
there's Ennui. Oh god, there's actually a few Ennui TV. The family that plays together stays together. What's this?
Oh, that's my second channel.
Oh, it's
a family channel.
It's your Brazilian gaming channel.
Of course. Hey guys, welcome back to Ennui Gaming channel. It was a good joke in there, but it is not. Anyway, we're going to end that episode there. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure that you are subscribed to us on whatever podcast platform you use. Give us a review, a good one. Don't just go 1-star shit podcast. That's not what I want to hear. We want more people to be recommended this podcast, and you, the fans, the listeners, you might be somebody I work with. Don't mention that because that's weird. Just say, hey, I like the podcast. Don't go, hey, I like the podcast. Also, you're a very shit manager. But listen to podcasts, get the word out there, tell your friends, tell your mum. And if you don't like Casper as a co-host, then we will never have him back on again.
All right, I'll just stay in the sidelines.
Yeah, just fucking
stay in
edit.
the dark and edit.
Just edit, you piece of shit. That's all you're good for. Anyway, oh no, I love you, man. Come on, bring it back. Bring it back. Anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for joining us.
Goodbye.
Bye. I love you.
Friends, goodbye.
We're not singing that fucking song ever again.
Oh, come on. It was a classic. All right.
It was a classic.
See ya.
Bye guys.
Bye.